have along with dosas. It's super simple. So now in my pan, I've heated 1 teaspoon of oil. Once the oil is nice and hot, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of mustard seeds or mohori or rye. Once they begin to splutter, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera, followed by a few curry leaves that I've just chopped fine. Next goes in 1.5 teaspoon of urid dal or udid dal. Then I'm going to add 1 green chili chopped fine. Now I like to use the light green chilies which are less spicy. Now I'm going to fry all of this really well till the chilies are nicely fried so that they flavor the oil really nicely. So they get this little bit of a whitish tinge on them, so fry them well. Now I've taken 5 cloves of garlic and chopped them fine. I'm going to add that. Again, fry everything really well. Next, we're going to add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder or haldi powder, followed by half a teaspoon of asafoetida or hing. This is 1 medium onion that I've chopped fine. And now you're going to fry everything really well till the onion turns translucent. Now I'm going to add 2 medium-sized potatoes that I've boiled, peeled and cubed. Now with the potatoes, what I do is I wash the potatoes really well, put them into my pressure pan, add about a cup of water, and then I cook it on a high till I get 1 whistle, and then I simmer it for about 5 minutes. Once the cooker cools down or the pressure pan cools down, I take the potatoes out immediately, let them come to room temperature, and then peel them and cube them. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of water. Mix everything really nicely together. This is a lovely, it is a kind of a semi-curry recipe that goes very well with dosas. And now I'm going to just flavor it with some salt to taste. And I also like to add just a pinch of sugar. So again, mix everything really nicely together. And now all we have to do is just cover and cook this on a low flame for about 5 to 10 minutes till the water dries up and there's just a little bit of liquid left, like this. So we don't want it very watery, but we want to have a little bit of a thick gravy. So do taste it for salt, etc., and just adjust it according to your taste. And then I just like to add a little bit of coriander for garnish. You can turn the heat off and that's it. You can also squeeze some lemon juice on top. So this goes very well with dosa. So I was making dosas the other day, and I'll leave my link for how I make my dosa batter and my dosas. So this with some lovely coconut chutney. I'll leave a recipe for that too as an ideal light meal or a breakfast. So I hope you liked today's short and sweet recipe. Do give it a try. And go to my description box below this video. I'll leave a link to many other recipes too. You can check that same in the comment section. And I'll catch you soon in my next video, sooner than you think. This is Akshata signing off. Take care. Bye. Lovely recipe of bhatures. So now here I've taken 1/4 cup of suji rava or semolina. Now I like to use the fine semolina, but if you have the medium or the thick one, then you can just grind it to a fine consistency. Next, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of sugar, that is regular sugar. Next, I'm going to be adding 1/4 of a cup of dahi or yogurt or curd. And now using the spoon, I'm just going to mix everything really well together. So see that the dahi and the salt, the sugar and the semolina really mix well together. Take your time with it. And now after mixing this, we're just going to leave this aside for about 2 or 3 minutes. After 2 or 3 minutes, again, I'm just going to mix it up all together once again. And now I'm going to be adding half a teaspoon of baking soda. If you don't have baking soda, you can use 1 teaspoon of Eno fruit salts. And again, just whisk this or just mix it together with a spoon really well. Because now we want the baking soda to, mix up with all the other ingredients, and that will give us some really lovely puffed up and light bhatures. So once you've mixed all of this, we're just going to add in 1 4 cup of plain flour or maida. And again, mix the maida with all of the other ingredients really well. And I'm just going to add a little water at a time, and we're going to make a nice soft dough. Something very similar to how you would make for, puris or puris. So just add a little water at a time. I think I used about 5 or 6 tablespoons. That's it. Don't put too much water at a time. Just start with a little water and work your way through. So these bhatures go really well with some chana masala or chole. So I'll leave my recipe of how I make my chana masala in the description box below. It's a super simple recipe. And just squeeze some lemon on the chole and some lovely onion at the side and these bhaturas, and it's an entire meal and it tastes really, really amazing. So now my dough is ready, as you can see. So just knead it really well. Take your time with it. Take about 5 minutes, but knead the dough really, really well. We want a nice, soft and flexible dough. And now I'm just going to add a few drops of oil and again knead it. And then we're just going to cover this and set it aside for about 2 hours. That's very important because we want this dough to really form well so that we get the perfect bhaturas. So now after waiting for 2 hours, our dough is all ready to work with. So now I'm just going to make some even sized balls with the dough. Now roll the balls between the palm of your hands and get a very smooth ball. That is, it should not have any creases or lines on it. So take your time and just roll it really, really well. Now I've also heated up some oil, about 1.5 cup of oil for deep frying these bhaturas. Now we're just going to roll this out to a flat roti size or a small fulka, and we need to have at least 1/2 inch of thickness. We don't want it to be very thin but a little thick, so 1/2 inch of thickness. And roll the edges rather than rolling it in the middle. And now all you have to do is just very gently put it down into the hot oil. See that your oil is really hot, but keep your flame between low and medium. And now just put some oil, with the spoon or the ladle, just toss some oil onto the top of the bhatura, and you will see that it starts to fluff up. Once it starts to fluff up on one side, then you just turn it onto the other side and repeat the same process. Don't keep it too long in the oil. It just has to have a very light golden brown color. And once that is done, just drain off the excess oil onto your ladle or spoon. That is a perforated spoon. And now all you have to do is just transfer it onto a plate. And one tip, of course, here is that you have to serve this, right away or within at least 5 or 10 minutes with the lovely chole. That way they remain lovely and soft and yummy. And this is the other one. So with the quantity that I've given in my recipe, I got 5 bhatures. So if you want more, then you can just double the quantity of all the ingredients. So I'll show you what thickness we're looking for. So like this, it should be about 1/2 inch of thickness. And be very careful with the hot oil. So lower it very carefully into the oil. And just press a little on the top, and then you'll see that it starts to immediately puff up like this. So guys, do give this recipe a try and let me know how your bhatura is turned out, and serve this with some lovely chana masala or chole. You'll find the recipes
yet another quick and delicious recipe. Today I'll be showing you how to make chana chole. Very simple and very easy. This recipe was given to me by Pavi. So let's start with the ingredients. I have used 1 cup of Kabuli chana, soaked it for at least 7 hours and then cooked it in the pressure cooker for 1 whistle and then kept it on slow for about 5 minutes. So we need some boiled Kabuli chana. Then we require the paste of 2 onions, the paste of 1 large tomato, some ginger, garlic and green chili paste. What I've done is I've taken 2 green chilies, about 6 garlic cloves and an inch of ginger and ground them to a paste. Then we require some chole masala. You can use any brand. We'll require about 2 tablespoons of chole masala. Then we require some salt to taste, some coriander for garnish and some lemon juice. Half a lemon juice will also do. So let's start with making our chole. Now I have some oil heating in my pan. Once our oil is hot, we will first add in our ginger, garlic and green chili paste. So now our oil is heated up. We'll add some ginger, garlic and green chili paste. We'll fry this for about half a minute. To this we will now add the paste of 2 onions. We'll fry this also for about half a minute. All this has to be done from slow to medium flame and not on a high flame. Next will go in our tomato puree. This is the paste of 1 tomato. Now we will add 2 tablespoons of chole masala. You can increase the amount of chole masala according to your liking. And fry all of this. The aroma of the chole masala with the onions and tomatoes and green chilies is lovely. It already tastes so amazing. Already smells so amazing. Now we will add our boiled Kabuli chana to this. And again give it a good mix. Now if you want to have more gravy, you can add water, about half a cup to 1 cup of water. I like it at this consistency, which is a little bit dry and a little bit of liquid. So I will not be adding any water, but if you feel that you require a little more gravy, you can add some water. And now we shall add some salt to taste. Again give it a good stir. And now we will cover this and cook it for at least 5 minutes. Now after 5 minutes, we can check on our chole. It looks very delicious. Now all we have to do is add some coriander for garnish. And once we serve it, we'll put some lime juice on it. So now we can turn off our gas and put in some lime juice. And there you have it, friends, some amazing chana chole. You can serve this with garam garam rotis or with some bread or some pav or even some rice. I hope you like this quick and tasty recipe. Please do try it out and please do let me know whether you liked it in the comments box below. And please do subscribe to my channel by pressing the red subscribe button that you see below this video. This is Akshata saying bye until another recipe. Take care.
Canapes recipe. So here I have 2 cups of water. We're going to bring the water to a boil. And here I've cut up one small potato, peeled it and cut it up into cubes. And this is 1 carrot. I've peeled the carrot and cut it into cubes. Now once the water starts to boil, I'm going to add the carrots and the potato, and we're just going to parboil it. That is just when it's just cooked. We don't want the potatoes to be overcooked, but just rightly cooked, so it still has a crunch. So now I'm going to add the cooked potatoes and carrots to a bowl. Next, I'm going to add 1 small capsicum that I've cut into very small cubes. Next goes in 1 small tomato. I've removed the pulp of the tomato and I've cut it up into small cubes. Next goes in 1 cubed cucumber. Now mix all of these ingredients well together. You could add French beans, corn, the choice is yours. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of pepper powder and some salt to taste. Mix everything really well together so that the salt and the pepper coats all of the other ingredients. Now I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of veg mayonnaise without any flavor in it. And mix all of this well together. Now you could add the garlic mayonnaise or the other flavored ones if you like, but I prefer it to have the plain flavor without any other extra flavoring. That really, it really tastes nice without all the other extra flavoring. But the choice is yours, of course, and whatever you have at hand you can use. So now mix all of this together well. So our filling is ready. Now I will leave a link to how to prepare pure veg canapes at home. I'll leave the recipe link down in the description box as well as the comment section. So I've already prepared the canapes in advance. And now all you have to do is just fill them with this filling. And one tip I like to give you here is keep the filling in the refrigerator, and when you're ready to serve, only then put the filling into the canapes. The filling should be nice and chill. And that's it, guys. Your canapes are all ready. It's a lovely snack or a starter, or just when you're hungry and want to have something light. So I hope you liked today's short and sweet recipe. Don't forget to check out how to make homemade canapes which are pure veg at home. And give this recipe a try, and I'll catch you in my next video. As soon as anything, this is Akshata signing off. Bye. So let's see how to make this ragda. It's very, very simple. Now here I've taken 1 cup of this white vatana, washed it well under water thrice, and then I'm going to soak this in about 2 to 3 cups of water for about 6 to 7 hours. So just cover and keep it and set it aside for 6 to 7 hours. so that it nicely gets soaked up in the water. Now after 6 to 7 hours, we're going to pressure cook this for one whistle on high, and then we're going to simmer it on a low flame for 15 minutes till it's nice and soft. Then let the pressure cooker completely cool down, and then you're just going to mash the vatanas, and it's very easy to mash it because it's really soaked well and it's cooked well. So then just use a pav bhaji masher or a potato masher and just mash it up. Don't mash the entire thing, but keep a little bit of it, a little bit of the vatanas like this. And now I'm just going to heat up the mixture again and just add a little bit of salt and mix everything together. Cook it for about 5 minutes and your ragda is all ready. So wasn't that really simple? Now, some people do add a little bit of turmeric powder for the color, but I just like to add plain salt. Now let's move on to see how we're going to make the pattices. This is also super simple. So here I've taken about 5 to 6 potatoes, medium-sized potatoes, from which I got 13 pattices, which is fine for a family of 4. Wash it well and then pressure cook it on one whistle on high and simmer for 10 minutes. Once the pressure cooker is nice and cool, just see whether the potatoes are cool, take them out and just set them aside. Now once you're able to handle them, just peel them and then just smash the potatoes really well. Now I'm just going to add some salt and again mash this really well. Now we're going to flavor it with some other seasonings. So here I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of cumin powder or jeera powder, 2 teaspoons of coriander powder or dhania, just about half a teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, a little bit of chaat masala, about a teaspoon or so. And just mix all of this really well together. Now I'll leave the links to all the masalas, how I grind the coriander powder at home and cumin powder, how I make my garam masala. So you'll find all of that in the description box below. Now we're just going to add about 4 tablespoons of corn flour. This helps to bind the pattice really well. You can also substitute it with some rice flour if you don't have corn flour at hand. And now we're going to use our hands. So before that, we're just going to add a little bit of coriander, freshly chopped dhania or coriander leaves. And now we're going to mix all of this really, really well. So this corn flour helps to bind the entire mixture together so that your mixture, can form nice pattices and they don't break. Now I'm just going to wet my hands with some cold water, and that makes it easier to form these pattices. So just form the pattices and flatten them a bit. So like I said, from the amount, I used about 5 or 6 medium-sized potatoes. I got 13 pattices. Now I'm just going to heat about 2 tablespoons of oil. I like to use this flat dosa tawa. It's easier to, make the pattices. And then you're just going to shallow fry them till they're nice and golden brown on both sides. This gets ready really quickly. So you can always prepare this mixture a day ahead. Prepare all the chutneys and keep, ahead. I'll leave a link to how I prepare my green chutney in the description box below, how I prepare my tamarind chutney. So you can go and check out all the recipes. They're really, really simple. And you can prepare the ragda also and keep a little ahead of time. And then all you have to do is just assemble everything. All you require is some shave and some chopped up onions and some coriander for garnish. Like you will see, I'm going to show you at the end of the video how to assemble it. So this is how your ragda, the pattices should look. Nice and golden brown in color. So you can just leave them, when you're ready to serve, just leave them on a medium or low heat on the tawa. So that way they're nice and hot. So now I'm going to show you how I assemble this lovely and delicious chaat, which is ragda pattice. So now first I either use a flat plate or a kind of a flattish bowl. I start by putting the ragda at the base. Then I'm going to place the pattices, preferably 2. Then we're going to apply this green chutney. Then we're going to go with the sweet tamarind and khajur chutney. Then I'm going to sprinkle some very finely chopped onion, some very fine shave, and then some coriander. And that's it, guys. This lovely